reddish brick house the late Nelson Mandela used to rent in the 1940s in Alexandra Township looks old and dilapidated. It is aptly named Mandela Yard. It is neither plastered nor painted and erected in the same yard with 14 other dwellings. Several families, including the great-grandson of the late owner of the yard, still live there.
I do hear my great-grandmother talk about how he actually gave a home to Mr. Nelson Mandela. At the time, my grandmother was still young, so she's the only one who remembers that age of time.
If you have read Madiba's autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, you may recognize John Khoma as the man who offered the former statesman a place to live when he first arrived in Johannesburg in the 1940s.
Because I live here too, it has so much value that I somehow live in a part where history of South Africa has been made. Mr. Nelson Mandela passed here and he left a beautiful remembrance, if I may say.
93-year-old Matsele Bopape has lived in a house next to where Mandela used to stay for 46 years and remembers Madiba's visit back in 2009.
Banna ba babedi no go na le terata ya washini tloga mo e ya kwa ba re ne re kopa gore ka sekre tsela ya go kenya monnole ka terata e ka re a gona bothata ke ga ba tla le ene terata ya kgaoga ba tla le ene o mo a motshore ka o mong a motshore ka ba o mo kenya mo ntlong e ya tlhoma na tlo bona mo a kileng a fitlhela teng.
Across the road from Mandela Yard is a monstrous steel structure, the Alexandra Heritage Center, meant to honor the former president. Its construction began in 2003, and now, more than a decade later, it is yet to be completed. Bricks, cigarette butts, and used matchsticks are littering the locked entrance door. Zoto Tlale is the coordinator of the Alexandra Heritage Association and was involved in conceptualizing the building. She explains why the project came to a halt.
There was a delay in terms of us erecting that structure, Elisbonan today. That place in the shacks. So for us to move the shack dwellers, it was a mountain, Obatlotlosa a mountain. So the prices that still went up during the process of us trying to remove the people from the site.
Concerned residents say the building has become a burden to the community instead of uplifting it. Dumima Siti and his grandmother live next door to the center, and he runs a local gym from his yard. He feels the space could be put to better use.
This is our trainees' yard, and these people have utilized it. They've put something here, but it's not actually functioning. It would be better off if there can be things that are happening inside here. It's been standing here for 11 years, and I myself and some of my gym members and friends that I grew up with, we always protect this place now. And as you can see, there's kids sitting around here. There's these young kids that are taking drugs here, like smoking all the time. They're having sex inside this place, It's very dangerous for these young kids.
His grandmother says she does not feel safe in her home with all the criminal activity taking place next door.
This building, in a little problems. Tomorrow 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 o taking care of it. We always go to the police and go and lay complaint, but we never seen them taking any action on this. Nearly every night we hear a scream of a woman.
Hazel Motlana, who lives in Mandela Yard, says she worries for her children's safety. Plans to start the Mandela Museum were part of the Alexandra Renewal Project, aimed at demolishing shacks in Alexandra to make way for RTP houses, led by the Gauteng Tourism Authority, Department of Environmental Affairs and Tourism, and the Department of Arts and Culture. It remains to be seen whether the museum will ever fulfill its mission of serving the community of Alexandra and make the township as attractive a tourist destination as Vilakazi Street in Orlando, Soweto.